Being flawless is pretty boring, I think. We're these personalities trapped in a vessel, and things happen to that vessel, and we age, and we get scratches and everything in between. And it doesn't make anyone less human. It makes them more human, in fact, because in that little scar, that little freckle, that little wrinkle, it's a tiny story of what your body has seen and what your body has done. It was a week after my 9th birthday. I don't remember what happened, but I was told afterwards there was a gas leak. It sprayed onto one of the candles and it erupted into an enormous fire. My first memory was lying in my mum's arms. I looked down up on my body and I just saw like pieces hanging from me. Something wasn't right. I didn't understand what I was looking at and nothing made sense. It was like an abstract painting. I think in my gut I knew something happened that would change my entire life forever. But there was no way that I could understand how much my life would be different. I was very nearly suicidal. They saved my life, and I didn't want to be saved. And I was angry at them accepting me because I couldn't accept myself. I was just keeping all of this to myself, and I was just feeding off all of that bitterness. Everyone that I wouldn't normally think was beautiful. But that was because I thought everyone was beautiful except me. And that made me see people in a totally different way. Beauty was in the way that people frown, the way they walk, the way they shrug, or just sometimes the way their mouth forms around a laugh. And I thought to myself, okay, I am going to take photos of my body, the things that I normally feel self-conscious about. The scars and wrinkles on my knees, the deformity of my hands, my neck and the marks on my neck and chest. And that's when I stopped being angry. Because it was something that I could look at and start understanding. All of the pain that I couldn't translate, I was making something that spoke for me. That's the day I realized that I could make something beautiful and my body could be something beautiful, but in a completely different way. So I would sometimes look at my fingers and say, wow, they're crooked little fingers, but gosh, aren't they beautiful? Maybe it's the way that I smile when I'm really, really happy, or the way my eyes squint when I'm trying to see and I'm not wearing my glasses. Little things that I found beautiful in myself. Inner beauty. It's a difficult journey because I have to check myself every single day. That bitterness isn't something that I just buried in my garden and it's gone forever. It returns. It shows its head every now and again. Hi, I'm still here. It really does, because your experiences, your trauma, it's going to mean something different at every single stage of your life. you can still have those memories, those traumas, those terribly dark places inside of you while still having some sort of truce with it. So instead of indulging in it and only seeing that part of yourself, you put it one side, you put it away and you say, there it is, I can think about it. Sometimes I dip my feet in just to test the temperatures. Sometimes I fall in, but it is something that you can get in and out of. And I'm not going to let it take up the whole space. I'm not going to let it fill the house. And I am lucky that I still have eyes and ears and a mouth and a nose and all of the things that make me experience the world as I am. The fact that it's still here and that I am still allowed to live inside it and do things with it and say things with it and make things with it, that is incredible. So I always remind myself it's about what you can do. I see my scars as travelers. Travelers that have been with me since that night. They latched onto me and they've been with me ever since. I see them as memories. They tell a little story of what I have lived through and what I have learned. And that's how I can look at them and say that's quite beautiful.
Thanks so much for watching this week's film.
For the last 2 years, we shared a new story every week. And we'd love for you to be part of this journey so that we can continue to tell these stories into the future.
And you can do that really easily by signing up to our Patreon page. We've written the link in the write-up down below this film.
Thank you for your support.